Bonjour.
Hi there. Are you a doctor?
Mais oui, I am the Marquis de Singe, former court physician to King Louis himself. And who might you be?
Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate.
Zut alors! Your hand.
Yeah, I seem to have come down with something.
This is fantastic. We must investigate at once. Très intéressant alors. And you say your sick little hand has a mind of its own?
Yeah, it keeps hitting people, making rude gestures, doing all sorts of stuff I'd never do. Well, not without a really good reason, anyway.
Fascinating.
So, can you fix it?
Monsieur Threepwood, you have my word as a former physician of the court of King Louis that by the time you leave here, your misanthropic hand will never trouble you again.
So, how did dazzling urbanite like yourself wind up in a sleepy pirate island like Flotsam?
Ah, mon ami, that is a tale of triumph and tragedy. Many years ago, I was a young physician in the court of King Louis. Those were heady days, tending to the many ills of the aristocracy, navigating scandalous palace intrigues. I was a rising star in the scientific firmament.
And then? Then?
A conspiracy of jealous scientists accused me of performing inhuman crossbreeding experiments with the queen's poodles!
Scientists can be so catty.
The king was outraged and ordered me exiled on this deserted tropical island.
Deserted? Then you were the first?
Oui. Happily, my solitude was short-lived, as the merry winds of Flotsam have conspired to bring me many new pirate patients over the years.
Scientifically speaking, what do you think is the cause of these crazy winds swirling around Flotsam?
Ah yes, the winds. Personally, I'm convinced that they are a rare but perfectly natural meteorological phenomenon caused by a Lagrange inversion of the atmospheric humors in the upper troposphere, causing a counter-cyclonic,
Forget I asked.
Incroyable!
So, Doc, what's the verdict?
Ah, monsieur, you are a very lucky man.
I am?
Ah oui, the disease spreading through your saucy little parrot hand is like nothing I've ever seen before.
That doesn't sound very lucky.
In fact, somewhere in that oozing appendage may lie the secret to life itself.
It may? Hey, nice going, hand.
I'll know more after I cut it off.
What? Hey!
But of course, Monsieur Threepwood, the only cure for a hand that infected is a quick, clean amputation.
Amputation? Isn't that a little rash?
No, it's a very big rash, which is why we'll have to amputate. But not to worry, monsieur. Your hand won't feel a thing thanks to my specially concocted rogue anesthetic. Ow! Now, if you'll just relax here a few minutes, I'll be in the back sharpening my petit guillotine blade. We don't want to cut off our hand with a dull blade now, do we?
I wonder what that does.
That is my experimental foudre volume, which pulls lightning from the skies via these cute little voles.
Why would you do that?
Science!
It's a strange drawing of the inside of my hand.
I call it la desingographe.
I call it creepy. I wonder what's in that box.
That's where I keep poor little Jacques. Now that I've nursed him back to health after his terrible ordeal, I'm training him to help out around my laboratorium. Jacques! Bad monkey! After I take care of Monsieur Threepwood, it's back in the box for you. Monsieur Threepwood, what do you think you're doing? Get back on the table at once.
Sorry, Doc, but I think I should get a second opinion. Thanks for numbing up my hand, though. All that flailing and slapping was getting on my nerves.
Wait! Wait! Stop! I must have your beautiful justifying hand! Come back! Ah! Slovenly parrots! Leaving their trash floating all over the place! A parrot hunter, eh?
Doc?
Oh, it's you. Unless you're here to volunteer your hand to the advancement of science, I have nothing to say to you. For now.
Why are you so interested in my hand anyway?
Because the disease that courses through it appears to be an entirely new life form, capable of animating and taking over dead tissues.
No kidding. That's so... Wait, did you say dead tissues? My hand's not dead. It moves. Sometimes all by itself.
And that's what makes it so fascinating. A seemingly necrotic hand, persistently animating as though compelled by an outside force. Just imagine the possibilities.
Really weird puppet shows? You know, there's other sick pirates infected with the same disease as my hand. Why don't you cut off their limbs?
Oh, I have. But your case is special somehow. I must have that hand.
How about no?
We'll just see about that.
What are you doing out here? Don't you have some mildly injured pirates to mangle?
I'm investigating these wondrously icky green clouds that have settled over Flotsam Island. I never thought I'd have to come out here again. But it'll be worth a temporary fluctuation in Flotsam's winds to get my hands on Sweetwood's hand. Anthony's hand. Outroll.
Dr. de Singe?
That's the Marquis de Singe to you, ruffian.
Are you sure you don't know anything about Flotsam's winds?
What are you insinuating?
It occurs to me that the weird winds around here have been pretty good to you, giving you a steady supply of patience and all.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Come on, confess. You're the guy behind all these freaky winds, aren't you?
What an outrageous accusation! Do you have any proof? I thought not. Good day, sir. I said good day.
Does this look familiar?
Where do you find that?
It, fell off that creepy ancient door in the jungle.
An ancient door with a manatee head in the jungle? I have no idea what you're talking about. He'll never open that door without my key. Still, I'd better follow him from a safe distance, just to make sure he doesn't upset my long-term plans. Ah, so it appears that Monsieur Threepwood has found the Vicarian Port du Vent. Naughty little parrot boy. Is anybody in there?
It's me, Guybrush Threepwood, Mighty Pirate.
What? Howdy? Threepwood! Well played, Monsieur Threepwood. You have forced me to reveal the location of the hidden temple. But without my help, a simpleton like you will never be able to figure out which of the so-called wind gods must be summoned to master this ancient wind control device. And I will reveal nothing!
That's a wind control device? Thanks for telling me.
You didn't know? I can see it's time for this Marquis to take matters into his own hands. Threepwood, cease your ham-fisted fumblings and surrender that hand.
Make me.
Threepwood! Step away from that delicate machinery and give me your hand!
And if I don't? Okay, let's figure out the final wind idol thingy and get the heck...
Threepwood!
Oh, jeez. How'd you beat me here anyway?
Once I heard the surge change in the winds, it was child's play for a scientifically trained intellect of my stature to deduce which of the four winds remained.
So, now what?
Now, my annoying pirate friend, you hand over that ancient leverometer device. I restore the winds to their full sucking force, and you accompany me to my laboratorium so that I can properly remove and study your hand with the pointy sticks of science!
Leverometer?
The thing with the seahorse on it!
Oh, yeah, I don't think I'll be giving you that. You're still here?
But of course.
Hey, look! It's King Louis XII!
My liege! I thought you were dead! What was that fooping sound?
Beats me. Now, if you'll just stop waving that rifle around, I've got some winds to change.
Not so fast, insignificant parrot person. Sacre merde! Oh! 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 happening?
Shh!
Zut alors! The winds. Do you have any idea what you've done? Without the winds of Flotsam bringing me a steady supply of injury-prone para-test subjects, the pace of my groundbreaking experiments was slow to a crawl.
Talk to the hand, sicko, cause the pirate ain't listening.
Ugh, mark my words, Threepwood. You'll rue the day you cross the Marquis de Singe. And your little hand, too. Ah, ma petite maîtresse. Where is the puny pirate and his superbly sickly hand?
Right here. Oh, and what a glorious battle it was. Guybrush was amazing. You should have seen the way he...
What? No, this will not do. I need all of Monsieur Threepwood.
That was not our agreement. I think you'd better give me my gold now.
Oui, of course. Ah, but I have discovered that Threepwood himself is very special. I need his body for my experiments. I'll pay you double to bring him back to me alive.
Make it triple.
I'll make it quadruple. Once I have extracted his essence and perfected my elixir, the world will offer me all of its treasures in exchange. Now go, mademoiselle. Go like the winds of Flotsam and bring me my perfectly profitable pirate prize. Bonjour, mademoiselle. I have traveled here to... Pardonnez-moi, I can't quite remember.
Taking a break from playing around with my... with the hand of Threepwood, hmm?
Quoi? How do you know of this? Are you feeling alright? You seem, how you say, bizarre.
I feel... pretty.
That is nice. I will be going now.
Wait, while you're here, I want to ask you something. What are the odds of a guy like you and a girl like me?
0! I will never compromise my science for a bunch of fooey and a pile of chicken bones. Will that be all?
Do you have any secrets you'd like to share? Perhaps concerning Monkey Island?
You mean that worthless rock on top of all that lava? Nothing. But I hear the wildlife is quite cheeky. Will that be all?
I understand that you speak the language of giant manatees, and I'm not referring to your silly accent.
How do you know of this? Yes, I have a book that can teach one the language of these majestic creatures.
May I have this book?
I feel no need to give it to you. You will just tarnish it with your mumbo-jumbo voodoo nonsense. You have no respect for the sciences. Oh, that is the worst wedgie I have ever known. Heavens to hippos, I can practically taste my underpants. No, it is impossible. She could not have done this to me. Perhaps I will bring her the silly textbook, just in case.
Whoever could it be? It's open!
I have brought you the language textbook you have requested. My motivations for this act are meaningless. Take it.
Oh, for me? Thanks, Mark. Put it there on the table. Now scram.
28, 29, 30,000 pieces of silver, mon petit chouchou. Just as we agreed.
It had better be, or I'll cut the difference out of your fluffy wig.
I got an idea. Why don't you let me go and I'll pay you double what the Marquis is paying.
Don't embarrass yourself, Threepwood.
Oh yeah? I'll pay triple. Quadruple? Quintuple? Sextuple?
Threepwood, you grossly underestimate the value of that which courses through your body.
Well, I've got a pretty good idea. Why, my spit alone once won me 8,000 pieces of 8 on Booty Island.
Then you should die knowing that you gave a priceless gift to science! Finally! I've got the Threepwood, I've got the formula, and soon I'll have nothing left than life eternal! Oh, I'm as happy as a penguin sliding on its belly. What is this?
Ah, it's a welcome back party. I hope they brought ice cream cake.
What? No! No, come back! What? You! After him!
Hey, I brought you Threepwood, and you paid me. We're done here.
We'll just see about that. double your quadrupled rate.
Keep your gold, Silk Pants. You can't afford me anymore.
But you must break Threepwood out of jail and bring him back to me. He is the only one who has the poxalicious strains that I need.
You're a little behind the times, Demange. I'm pox-free and fit as a fiddle. See?
Impossible.
Nothing's impossible when Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate, is involved. And after I cure my wife and everyone else,
Wife?
Yeah. She was standing right next to me when LeChuck exploded, so the pox hit her pretty hard.
I want you to hunt down and capture this wife of Guybrush Threepwood.
Hey!
What part of Non do you not comprendes?
But I need her! She's the only other pirate who could possibly have the Threepwood strain of the pox!
Then get her yourself.
My dear Mademoiselle Leflay, I don't get people. I hire people like you to get them for me. And if you won't get them, then maybe I'll find someone to get you.
I don't like to be threatened.
Oh! Oh, my phalange!
What the?
Oh! That was a very, very bad mistake, mademoiselle.
What was that? Huh. Something sure shoved a short sword up his aft sail.
To a briny pulp with him. What are you looking at?
The secret to eternal life. Le spectre de Grand César! At last, I've lost that she-devil.
Ouch, that's gotta hurt. Serves him right, though.
Eluette, I will forever, eluette, immortalité. Où est les forever, moi? Où est qu'on connaît chez moi? Eluette, I will forever, eluette, immortalité.
Face me like a man, you snuff-sniffing land licker!
You heard the lady de Singe.
Guybrush, get out of here and find your own treasure! This one's mine!
Ah, the happy Threepwood pirate clan. Whatever shall I do now? Oh, I know.
Oh, clam dip.
I can't believe I ever married a dullard like you.
You know, once I cure you of the pox that's making you say all these mean things, you're gonna owe me a lot of smoochies.
I wouldn't smooch you with his lips, cabin boy.
I hate to break up this portrait of domestic bliss, but I've got some last-minute adjustments to make to my machinery before preparing the charming Madame Threepwood for her journey into scientific history.
Don't worry, Buttercup. Once I get La Esponja Grande into that noisy doohickey, our troubles will be over.
Yes, well, please try to keep it down, no?
I assume that these idols under glass are your doing?
Oui, using a complex series of powerful and breakable vacuum tubes and my own incredible machinery, I've centralized the control of the Vecalian wind control device to this relatively compact Apsichronoton.
What the heck is that thing supposed to do?
This is my Apsichronoton, which I can use to remotely manipulate the Vecalian's wind control device without all that tedious mucking about in the jungle with ancient idols. That is a bucket of water.
Hey, DeWinge!
That's the Singe.
Whatever. What are you doing to the wind control device? It sounds like it's about to explode.
I'm so glad you asked. You see, using my ambient Apsichronoton in conjunction with my oscillographiscope to seek out a resonant frequency with the Vecalian climatophone, I hope to anatomize living tissue on a macroscopic basis.
Could you run through the purpose of all this machinery again?
Messiah, I'm going to use this machine to make that machine smash people into a fine powder.
All right, Destrange, you've got me where you want me. Now let my wife go.
You? I don't want you in your pathetically pox-free body anymore. Your wife, on the other hand, is teeming with this special Threepwood strain of the pox I need to create more of my jus de vie.
Let me get this straight. You don't want me anymore?
Not in the slightest. It's your wife's juicy strain of the pox that fuels my scientific longings now.
You'll pay for what you did to Morgan, you fiend!
I already did pay for her services. A big sack of silver, as I recall.
Not for that, for killing her.
Pirates and pirate hunters. Your kind always seem to meet an early demise. Good riddance.
I saw you run out of the lab after you murdered her.
Of course I ran out of my lab. There was blood all over the floor, instead of being packed neatly in vials where it belongs.
I still think you murdered Morgan.
Oh, the mighty pirate thinks I murdered his friend. However will I live with the shame?
What's my hand doing up there on that turban?
Your hand is nobly sacrificing the last dribs and drabs of its wondrous box to supply me with enough death-defying jus de vie to keep me intact, until I spread your wife's box across the sea.
Poor little fella looks horrible.
Sadly, yes. I suspect he will not survive. Ah well, c'est le jus de vie.
So why a turban? Shouldn't you have a beret or some other French chapeau?
French? Whatever gave you the ridiculous idea that I'm French?
But, I mean, I just kind of assumed.
What, the nerve of some people. What's this? An airborne porifera?
Hey, give that back!
And risk tainting my moment of triumph with your tedious voodoo falderal? I don't think so.
Moment of triumph?
Oui, using my harpsichronoton, I have discovered the unique harmonic frequency that allows me to pulverize matter into a fine powder and spread it across the seas. Observe!
It's me, Guybrush Threepwood, Mighty Pirate. It's me!
You? I don't want you. It's your wife's molecules I need to smear across the seas.
I'd like to see you try, you wuss.
Why her?
Because of her pox, you dolt! She's got the same unique strain of the pox that you once had. The same one that was flowing through your amazing hand. The same one that I've distilled into my amazing jus de vie!
Lefty!
Unfortunately, a single hand can only provide enough of this Threepwood strain to produce a few meager drams of my jus de vie. Even if I were to drain your beloved to the bone, I would only gain a few piddling firkins of the jus.
I'll give you some piddling firkins.
No, if I want a perpetual strain of the jus de vie, every pirate in the world must be exposed to the Threepwood strain. Now, Madame Threepwood, if you'll hold still for a moment, I'll try to make this as painless as possible.
How nice. But I won't.
Oh! Oh! Behold the power of the jus de vie!
Hey, Vu!
What now? What in the world? Oh, shoot!
Hey, da monkey!
What?
You'll never get past my wife's sword, you know. I once saw her hold off a horde of angry Rotarians with nothing more than a penknife and a feather duster.
Impressive. But unless they were invulnerable Rotarians fueled by my incredible jus de vie, there's really no comparison. Soon she will tire, and her pox will be mine to spread across the four corners of the earth.
I'll spread you to the four corners.
What now? My turban! No! Shoo! Oh, get away from me, you nasty little pest! No!
What's the matter with him?
Without my hand to supply him with more jus de vie, all those wounds you've been inflicting are starting to catch up with him.
Get back here, you naughty little hand! I have you now, my pretty.